So we want to graph this inequality y greater than or equal to negative 2x plus 3. The first choice is to determine what kind of line we're going to use, a solid line or a dotted line. Because we have a strict inequality that includes the possibility of the equal being true, then we want to choose the solid line, which says that points for our solution set might be on the line. If this were strictly greater than here, then we would use the dotted line. So we want to click on this first button to make sure we have a dotted line, or excuse me, a solid line. Sorry about that. Now, when we go to draw the line, we'll first notice that we have a y-intercept of 3. So I'm going to locate that point on the y-axis. So 1, 2, 3. Try to be as accurate as I can. If it looks like I'm off a little bit, we can go ahead and just click clear and try again. We want to be as close as we can. I'm going to try that one more time. That's a little bit better. It looks like I'm right on the 3. And then I'm going to use the slope being negative 2 to get my next point. The slope here is negative 2 over 1. So that means if I go over 1 unit in the x direction, then I go down 2 units in the y direction. So I'm just using the idea of slope to get my second point, and then I'm clicking to draw the line. So now when I move my mouse over here, it's going to shade. If I put my mouse over here, if I move my mouse over there, it's going to shade there. So we have to determine where to shade. Don't make any assumptions about the sign of the inequality symbol telling you where to shade, because you have to test a point. Sometimes it works out the way you think it would intuitively, but you have to test a point. So you pick any point that is not on the line. Let's say the origin is a good one because they're both zeros. X is 0 and y is 0. And you plug x is 0 and y is 0 up here to see if you get a true statement or not. So if x is 0, we get negative 2 times 0 is 0. 0 plus 3 is 3. So I have 3 on the right side. On the left side, I have y, but we're testing the origin, so y is 0 there. So this would be 0 is greater than or equal to 3. Well, that's a false statement. So this point here is producing a false statement, which means we have to shade the other side of the line. So I do that by clicking. And then that solidifies that part of the graph. Once I'm pretty confident that I've got the graph right and I don't need to clear everything and start over, I can go ahead and click the submit button and I'll get my feedback. In this case, I have the green box and the green check telling me that this is correct.